Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to use the scatter tools primarily within the Corona plugin. So Corona is a great visualization software that you'll probably find yourself using at some point if you use 3DSMax for long enough, and it has a very powerful scatter tool. So here's an example of how I've used that in just a quick little artsy render that I put together, where I've just got those three different grass textures and I've just had that scattered along the surface. So I'll show you how to recreate this. It's super quick and simple, and all of these scatters can be saved later on and loaded up whenever you need, so it's one of those one and done kind of things for a lot of projects. But for the sake of this, I'll show you how to start from scratch. So we'll just put a plane down. This will act as our kind of grassy terrain. We'll just put some object in the middle. In the other one it was a teapot, and this we'll just do, well, let's do a pyramid. If it'll let me. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so now how do we add grass around this? So I've already got some grass models imported. You'll have to find your own, sadly. These are from Evermotion, but otherwise, I believe, what's it called? Programs like Unreal Engine have a great, like a free marketplace with a lot of the, like a lot of grass and things like that you might need. But yeah, you'll have to find your own, sadly. So we'll just start by getting this chaos scatter object just underneath this drop down menu here. And we'll just place this here. So once this is placed, it's very simple from here. So we're just going to open up this modifier section. We're going to select, we'll just select our ground plane that everything will be projected onto. So there we go, there's that. And now we'll just select our different grass variants that we're going to use. Just click on these four, and you'll see those being added there. Those bounding boxes are the unrendered versions of the grass we've added, and so this way your computer won't be fried as you try and model. You're able to still work within it. I'll quickly just open up our interactive render here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, just press F10 and click Start Interactive. If you're on Corona, it'll be different. If you're on V-Ray, I believe. Oops, it's showing the old one here. We'll just quickly move this over. Click this drop down up here, and we'll just click on this new camera. And so this is how it's going to look at by default, so with no ground texture and not much in the way of grass actually added to the scene. There's not a significant amount. In order to get something that looks a bit closer to what we have in that first render, I'll pan back to our original. We're just going to have to play with the density. We'll just click back on that scatter, and we're just going to scroll down here, and so you're able to adjust the count as well as the percentage that each grass will appear, as well as the scale, rotation, anything else that you might need, as well as also how the grass itself is rendered within your viewport. So you can have it show up one for one, but obviously for larger scenes that isn't going to really be an option. So here we've just bumped up the polygon count. Oop. And you can see that we're starting to get more grass. It still isn't on par with the other scene. But we can continue increasing that as well as increasing the scale with each different grass variety that we've added being adjustable individually. And it doesn't have to be grass either. This could be for rocks, this could be for gravel, anything that you might need. And so we'll just bump this density up real quick for the sake of the video to show you how it can look. Oops, wrong option. Yep. And so you can see you can make it very dense if that's what you're after. So now if you want that pyramid as well to not be getting clipped into by the grass, or if you want to make a pathway perhaps, that might lead to the pyramid, that's when you can start adding splines into your scene. So we'll just add a rectangle, a basic rectangle spline, and we're just going to add it to the base of this pyramid. There's a lot you can do with these splines, like you can make grass near the spline become smaller and like reduced in scale or larger in scale, or you can just have it flat out remove grass around it or within it, depending on what you're after. For the sake of this, we'll just remove the grass inside and see how that clears up the pyramid completely. And now we should be able to scroll down and we can just play around with the near and far and the scale and whatever else we might need until it's something that we're after. Either way though, feel free to play around with this yourself. It's all quite simple, it's intuitive. I hope this helped. Thank you.